Okay, so cost of living. So today's objective, we will compare the cost of living in different states, discover the different medium wage for different states and occupations, make a strategic plan for the future. So those are the three objectives. So where would you live? Have you thought about where you want to live in the future? Select where you might live, where you might like to live in the future. So let's see the very first option. A little cabin in the woods of Alaska. How much would the cost of living be? And this is not working because it's not giving me the cost of living, right? It should be giving, okay. So let's see. I thought it was going to give me the cost of living. Well, let's skip that slide, okay? But I guess going back to it, they just wanted to know if you thought about where you're going to live. So, for example, if you want to live at a working farm in Texas, that would be you. Okay, so that's just different options. Just about everyone has their own idea about their dream home, but it's important to understand where you live has a big impact on the cost of living. So no matter where you live, your income will need to cover your cost of living. Cost of living. What is cost of living? The amount of money needed to afford basic expenses such as housing, food, taxes, and healthcare. So that's what the cost of living is. So the cost of affordable day-to-day life can vary greatly from one state to another. So select each button to explore the cost of living examples. Okay, so this is where I wanted to get to. Okay, if you live in Wichita Falls, Texas has the lowest cost of living in 2019. The median rent there was $784 a month, and the typical home cost under $100,000. Gas prices for June were $1.69 per gallon. New York, big city like New York, have a much higher cost of living. In 2019, New York was the most expensive city in the U.S. The median home price for 2019 was $652,700, and 1 month's rent was $34.50. Wow, I would never live there. I would never live there. San Francisco also has a high cost of living. In 2019, one-bedroom apartment cost $3,971 a month, and gas prices in June 2020 averaged $2.77. Yeah, I have a friend that lives in San Francisco. It is crazy expensive. I would never live there. Company and organizations use different metrics or variables to determine the cost of living in the area. So these are what they use. They use housing, transportation, food, and taxes to determine the cost of living. Okay, so here's a list. You can try this on the website later for the sake of time. This map shows a range of how much it costs a single person to live comfortably in the U.S. in 2018. Select the highlighted states to explore the cost of living in 3 locations. Texas, total required income before taxes, $22,936. Housing, $7,881. And food, $2,986. Now let's see Dakota. Total requirements, income before taxes, $2,864. Housing, $5,834. And food cost, $3,050. So median income and wages, okay? Again, for the sake of time, you can pause the video and read this yourself, or you can go to the website and read it. Adjust pay scale. You can also read this by yourself because I'm about to run out of time. Again, this is for the median household income in the past 12 months for the U.S. and Puerto Rico. You can see this. Later. Where would you go? Where would you want to live? What is your plan? This is just for you to think about it, and you can do that activity by yourself. Key terms. Let's see. let's see, let's do the key terms. The amount of money needed to sustain a certain standard of living. Which one would that be? Cost of living index, cost of living, median income. Okay, so let's try cost of living. And is it correct? When does it tell me it's correct? I guess after I do the third one, right? A system of metric that allows you to compare the cost of living in different areas. I guess, would that be cost of living down here? Or let's try that one, cost of living index. Okay. Last but not least, a calculation of dividing income into two equal groups with half of all workers making more income than the amount and half making less than the other amount. Yeah, that would be median. So where does it tell me if I'm right or wrong? Okay, so if they were wrong, it would be in red, right? Okay, just making sure. Okay, so now you can complete the activity by yourself. Once you complete the activity by yourself, then you can go ahead and send it to me.